Welcome to another episode of me pretending to be an expert. So just a quick tutorial. This one is gonna require a little bit more of your smarts and a delicate hand and a lot of, I want to say, gutsiness. Is gonna require a lot more of your gutsiness when it comes to customizing your kits. I want to introduce you guys to armor splitting. What it is essentially splitting parts of the outer armor of your kit and make it look like an additional part instead. There's a lot of potential when it comes to doing this kind of technique. This also helps if you have issues with masking. Instead of masking, you can just armor split things so that you can just paint them individually instead of masking. I have done this already before. I'm gonna insert a couple of pictures of my Sinanju to illustrate what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is gonna require a lot more of your gutsiness and not being afraid of modifying your kit to the most extreme, and also your smarts. This is the shoulder of what I'm working on right now, which is my Shin Musha. I'm actually in the close to finishing it. It's just that I gotta do the shoulders and the weapons and then I'm done. What I am planning to do is split this middle part here so that I could show something else in the middle, and also that would help with more part separation of the kit, because that's what essentially armor splitting is. For me to split this part of the build, I have to be more mindful that there's still gonna be attachment for when I split this. So you have to look at the skeleton of your kit. Looking at this, the back part of the shoulder, there is this big attachment right here that attaches this whole thing. This is one part, this is another part, and this is another part. Let me break this down really quick, because this is an old kit and the plastic is very brittle. Woo, I'm so scared of breaking this down. It's so brittle. There you go. So like I was saying, before you do this technique, you have to make sure that you will still have some kind of attachment to the skeleton of your kit. This is the backbone right here. This part right here, this is the part that attaches all of them together. Because like I said, there's 3 parts on the shoulder. There's this part right here, if I can get it off. And then there's the middle part right there, which is the one that I am gonna split. And then this bottom part right here. You have to be gutsy to be doing this stuff here. A lot of people, when they custom their kit, they're also scared of scraping their kit. That's why not a lot of people scribe their kit, because they're afraid of ruining their kits. This is that to the extreme. So what I do, not a lot of people does this. I don't think, I've only seen maybe like a couple of people do this, but this is just my technique of doing it. So what you gotta do here is just critical thinking. Yes, I know it's gonna require you to use your brain a little bit more to do this kind of technique, but it's worth it if you wanna advance your skills as a Gunpla customizer god, I guess. This is the part that I am gonna split. So this is the full thing right here, and all I've done is I broke apart the other side of the shoulders. What you gotta do is use your brain. Basically, you have to use a little bit of that brain matter of yours to figure this out. This is the backbone of the shoulders right there. So we're not gonna mess with this, basically, not at all. As you can see, by using your brain or your smarts, you can see that there is nothing right straight in the middle that's attached, that's gonna attach to the little holes right here to the backbone. And instead, this little pegs right there is the one that attaches to the skeleton, to the backbone of this build, of this shoulder build. Since right in the middle, there is nothing hindering you from reattaching this part right here to the backbone of the kit. You can totally split this in half without losing the attachments to it. Now you can also split it in the middle right there, because there's nothing interrupting the attachment to the backbone of your shoulder, of this shoulder I mean. But why would you do that? That's a lot of work, and it doesn't make sense. Just listen to me, okay? What I do, not what other people do. I'll continuously scribe this line right here. Once it's deep enough from rescribing it over and over again, I'll just split it in half and then sand it. This technique, you can do this everywhere on your kit where it makes sense, where you're not gonna lose attachment to the skeleton of your kit. In my case, on the Shinmusha, this is the only one that permitted me to do that. Like I said, first thing we're gonna do is rescribe it over and over again, and then eventually, once it's deep enough, the scribe, you could just snap it in half. Alright, so where's my scribing thing here? I am using a 0.2. It doesn't have to be a 0.2. It could be a 0.1 or a 0.10. You know, you can use whatever you want just to achieve the goal. Remember, the goal is to split the armor in half. That's the goal. And in order to do that, you have, or at least what I do is I will rescribe the line over and over again until it's deep enough. And then I could split it in half with my own hands because I'm very strong. I think it is deep enough to where I can just split it in half. It's right there. Okay, this is the part of the technique when you start getting nervous and you start crying about you just spent like $70 on this kit, and why are you trying to fuck it up? If you want to show a lot of part separation on your kit, do this if the build permits you to do it. All right, so we're gonna split it in half, right? Oh, all right, I'm getting scared. Okay, look at that. It's gonna be, no, I just ruined my $70 kit. Oh my gulai. Boom, split in half. This is when you start crying, okay? But I swear, if you do this technique right, you won't regret it. You're gonna make some of the coolest things on your build if you do this. I mean, if you've seen my Sinanju, I'm rarely proud of my work, but once I was done with that build, I was proud as shit. Stroking my ego again, right? Now I'm gonna show you guys what just happened. Okay, the end product of what I just did. This is the original build right here, right? 3 armors right there. And what I did is split it in half, right? If you can remember, when I was kind of crying and because I just ruined my kit that I just bought for $70 or something. Now I'm gonna detach the middle part and I'm gonna replace it with this part here that I split in half. Now, mind you, this is not the end. It still looks rough. I have to clean it up with, I have to sand it and clean it and all that stuff. But this is like a rough finish of what it's gonna look like. So right there, the attachment is still there because I avoided the pegs that attaches to the backbone of the shoulder, this is the backbone, okay? Just in case you guys don't remember. So, and then now, boom, Now you have, instead of having 3 parts on your build on this shoulder right here, now I have 4 parts right there. It still attaches. Look at that. It doesn't, well, the top part fell. That wasn't supposed to happen. Hold up. So as you can see, it's still, the attachment is still there. I never fucked with it. It's still there, okay? I'm gonna take that out again. Look. Let me, look, I took it out. Attachment is still there because I never touch the pegs that holds the freaking that holds on to the backbone of the shoulder. And then if I plant it in there really well, boom, it doesn't fall off, not at all. Looks like I'm, oh, it does. And even if it does, right, even if it does, you can just glue it too. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have glue for. Use it, suckers. But yeah, so I just want to show you guys one of the advanced techniques that you could be using on your builds. It is definitely a very daunting thing to do. You have to use your brain, and you have to have some kind of guts to to ruin your kit thinking that you could also fix it if something goes wrong. So I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. Subscribe if you like. Everybody stay safe, and thank you for watching. Hopefully I'm gonna be done soon with my Shenmue show, alright? Peace.